what I love most about Shortlist. It was so easy. You fill out a form, you get a few candidates to calibrate with. A couple days later, boom, in your inbox is the list of between, well, I've gotten 40, but between 10 and 40 candidates. It's fantastic.
I would absolutely recommend Shortlist. As a matter of fact, I already have. I was very impressed with the speed, the quality, and the result. I don't think you can beat that, and they've just not experienced that with more traditional ways we've gone about sourcing candidates, whether it's through the traditional recruiter route, through job postings on job sites, LinkedIn, other places. So absolutely would recommend them.
I would recommend Shortlist to anyone with any kind of company, not just law firms like mine, accounting firms, startups, film companies, entertainment companies, anything you can imagine. If you can come up with a good description of the type of person you're looking to hire in your company, Shortlist can find them for you.
I'd recommend the Shortlist because, I think cost-wise, it's, you're getting 10 quality candidates quite quickly, and it can be a lot more cost-effective than hiring a recruiter that takes 15 to 25% of the first-year salary of a hire. And frankly, relative to other recruiters we used, the Shortlist provided a lot more quality candidates much more quickly.
I've been lucky enough, and with all their great support and help, I have been able to hire 2 people through Shortlist. I call these 2 like my little unicorns because we had such a hard time trying to find these specific roles for our org, and with Shortlist I was able to hire both. So I am really happy with the results this has yielded for our company and for my team.
Big fan of Recruit Rockstars. I first started using Jeff and his team back in 2020 for a director of sales role. And since then, they're my go-to stop for any senior specialty roles that we have in the organization. So you get this pool of passive candidates at a fraction of the price, and the candidate quality has really been outstanding. So I can't recommend them enough. I continue to go to Recruit Rockstars. In fact, I'll probably be posting a job with them this week, and would really encourage you to give them a shot.
If anyone can be trusted to do a sweep of the market at that time of the best candidates as per our criteria, I know it's going to be them. So we've had great success already, and we always have them in our back pocket for any recruitment that we just need to put out there externally, and we need them to do that first bit of sourcing for us.
When comparing Recruit Rockstars to traditional recruiting as well as job boards, I would say it beats both of them hands down. Working with a recruiter usually takes months and costs a lot, as I said before, and job boards end up racking up a lot of time and also a lot of whittling through candidates that are poor matches.
It was extremely efficient, and we ended up with a bunch of really, really good, thoughtful candidates that many of whom advanced to the final group for us. And so we're very, very pleased. Thank you, Jeff, for all your work on it. Especially the cost-benefit trade-off of doing a shortlist was great because we were able to get a bunch of really high-quality candidates and high-quality introductions.
Shortlist was amazing. We started using a traditional recruiting firm, and they could not send us a single qualified candidate. But then when we switched to Shortlist, they were able to send us 21 qualified candidates over the course of 10 days. We moved forward with 11 of them, and 3 of them made it to the finals. And we had an incredibly tough decision at the end to decide which one we were going to make an offer to, because they were all so excellent. It was truly amazing how easy to use, affordable, and effective Shortlist was, and we will definitely be using them for all of our future recruiting needs.
I would definitely recommend the Shortlist to other people, especially when you have a bunch of roles open, because it just gives you such a different set of candidates that you might not otherwise get. It saves some of that hassle that we don't always have time for of stalking other people on LinkedIn, and they really narrow down people that are interested in your company.
We do know how to hire A players, but the biggest challenge is in the pipeline building. It's having the volume and the velocity of the pipeline of prospects. And that's where Jeff's business model and his team shine. We've recently filled 3 positions using Jeff and his team. We're thrilled with how the collaboration went. They're very effective at targeting. They're very effective at the introductions, and then we take it from there.
The outcome of the short list, I've had 2 experiences. So the first, I actually found 3 exceptional people. And the second time I used the short list, I found one utter rock star, somebody who was not looking and absolutely filled the role of a regional director in sales for a SaaS company. So it has been a win-win experience.
I can't imagine a more seamless process to help accelerate our path to finding a rock star to hire. After our first experience with Shortlist, we're now using it for all of our open positions. Since using Shortlist, we've become far less reliant on going through the slog of numerous resumes, many of whom have been unqualified candidates for job postings that we've had. Instead, we've been able to very quickly identify a number of people eligible for a phone screen that are interested, and we've been able to really accelerate the timelines between posting a position and getting to that list of 4 to 5 top candidates that we're able to interview. I would absolutely and unequivocally recommend Shortlist to any organization looking to add a rock star to their team by leveraging the Shortlist service.
We were using headhunters, external agencies, just costing us a lot of money. We were recommended to recruit Rockstars through our CPOs network. We trialed one role with them and it was a great success. It was in sales. We funneled most of our roles to Recruit Rockstars since then at a membership price, and we've hired 4 people from Recruit Rockstars in the past 4 months. That has saved us tens of thousands of dollars. With these 4 people, they're high quality candidates, the same candidates that we would get through a headhunter.
I've already started recommending Shortlist to others in my company. I think it's a really innovative alternative to full service recruiting at a really reasonable price. We found the service to be really fast, easy, and actually kind of fun to use. And I think the whole process just took a couple weeks.
I would recommend Shortlist to others because I think sometimes it's great to have another set of eyes searching and scouring for the best talent. Sometimes our ads and searches don't do enough. And it's good to know that you have a set of professional eyes that can get to deeper places, different areas, and help you to achieve what you're looking for in candidates and worthy candidates for your company. So yes, I would highly recommend.
Rockstar Recruiting, in my opinion, is the competitive edge that you really need for talent acquisition. And I didn't even know it existed until they were used to recruit me for a CEO role recently. Rockstar is really literally a game changer in talent acquisition. Their service is the model for how recruiting should be done in the future, especially in today's tight labor market. Rockstar finds highly qualified candidates fast, efficiently, and affordably. So I cannot not recommend them enough. They're a fantastic firm to work with.